What's up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video tonight. We are at Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday, thankfully. Um, it's been kind of a long week. We got some decent news today as far as sports go. It's good to hear they announced basketball approved a way to bring back a season and playoffs. So that's good news. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. What's up, Central? What's going on, man? Um, I know hockey's working out. They haven't set a date yet. I haven't heard much more on baseball. Football, to my knowledge, is still gonna be. Oh, what happened? I haven't read anything yet. What's up, Mike? What's going on, man? Hey, you're the one whose birthday it is, right? Is it yours? The picture looks familiar. Let me see here. Still learning everybody's names. Trying to get better at it. Mike Felix. Yes, sir. Everybody say happy birthday to Killer Mike. Happy birthday, man. I thought that was you. I recognized the little icon. So they're battling between how many games are played. You know, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me because I would think the owners would want more games, but I don't know. That's just odd to me. I get the players wanting more games. I mean, baseball's not a. It could take a player 50 games to, get in his groove. So yeah, I definitely get them wanting more than 50 games. So sadly, I don't know that baseball is going to happen. And it's very unfortunate because it's a sport a lot of people look forward to. It's a sport that takes up a lot of time of the year. Um, so yeah, yeah. See, I don't know. I have a feeling baseball is not going to happen. If the owners are only wanting 50 games, I don't blame the players at all. Um, they just wouldn't make any sense. I mean, by the time you get into a groove and get your game going, it'd be over with, and that's just not fair to them. Um, so it is good news about basketball and hockey. Um, and if football starts on time, I think that'll be a good thing as well. We'll just have to see how it all happens. It's just crazy. When they uh, when they suspended all the games and everything with all the sports, I didn't expect it to be this long. So, um, but yeah, I got a couple things I want to talk about tonight. Just just some things I thought about today while I was at work, and um, just get y'all's opinion on it. But I don't know how many people's in here right now, so I'll go ahead and ask while people are on, or you know, I really don't know how many's in here right now. I hate that it doesn't show me anymore. Anyway, just for those that are in here, um, I was just kind of curious to see. People have asked in the past if we would do breaks or anything, or if we would ever do breaks. And I'm going to be honest with you. One of my topics tonight is about products and prices. How's it going, Patrick? And thank you, Mike. For some reason, it doesn't tell me anymore. It used to tell me how many people were in watching. Um, but right now, I'm not gonna. It's gonna be hard. It's a topic I'm gonna discuss tonight. As far as products and everything. Um, I've never personally done one of these, but I have heard about them. And I don't know how you guys feel about them, but I thought, if people are interested, that I could throw it out there. But I hear a lot of people that do razzes. And like I said, I've never done one, I've never participated in one, but I've heard a lot about them. Um, and I didn't know if that was something, if I can't do breaks, if that would be something that people might like. And I'm not talking all the time. I'm talking maybe, one or two here or there or whatever. And the reason I have these cards up on the screen, um, we could do it, on things like this that I have for sale. Um, you know, those cards there are like, you know, in the $200-300 range. But I just don't know what people would if people would be interested in that. Um, but I just thought I would throw it out there and get an opinion on it. Like I said, I've never personally done one. I'll be honest, I don't think I could be a breaker because I honestly would feel guilty when people like if people skunked, I would feel guilty and really bad. And I know people are buying in, and it would be no different than going and buying a blaster or a hobby box and getting just a crap box. But just still, my conscience, if people, like I really enjoy talking to you guys and everything, and say I did it and you guys loved it and got into it and everything, I would feel bad if you guys, didn't hit. And I don't want to do that. And that's another reason why I wanted to ask about this because obviously, like like the Keston Hero, for example, say I price that at 300, which I'll tell you guys PSA range is around 350 to 450. So 300 would be a pretty good price on it. But say I did 10 spots and it was $30 a spot, but only one person won. I would feel bad for the other 9 people. Um, but I know a lot of people like them, and I've heard a lot about them. So I was just throwing that out there. I do have cards, in that $200 to $300 range that we could do some with, if you guys wanted to. But I would like y'all's opinion first before we even offered anything like that or did anything like that, because like I said, the 9 people that didn't hit, I would feel bad about, but the one person that got it for $30, they'd be getting a hell of a deal. So, anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. If nobody's interested in that, that is perfectly fine with me too. I just was letting y'all know it was something that we could potentially do for you guys. Um, Yeah, I understand, Mike. It's not that. It's my personal it's my personal conscience. I would just feel bad. Crowdfunding? Yeah, see, I don't know much about them. I know basically, like I said, like take the Hera for example. Say this is at least a $300 card. So say we did 10 spots at $30. I know you just, 10 people or, 5 people buy 2 spots each, whatever. and you would set it at like 10 spots at $30 a spot, and whoever the top spot was won the card. Um, so Namanja, you would send them to us. You do not need to fill out any information, except like just maybe include a list. You don't have to put a list, but like if you're sending parallels or whatever, it would just be easier for us. Um, Obviously, put your name, your address, and all of that stuff. Um, you would ship them to us. We would send them to SGC. We'd get them back, and we would ship them back to you. That's why we said um, it would be 15 per card, and then depending on how many you send, obviously, if you're only sending a few cards, it's going to cost less for me to ship them back to you. If you're sending like 20 or 30, I'm going to use whatever size priority box I can to try to get you guys the best cost and get them back to you as quick as possible. So we would actually be shipping them back to you. You would not need to do any of the information, nothing like that. Yeah, I just thought I would mention it. People can let us know if they're interested in it and if they want to. I mean, I have these, and then we also have low end cards and stuff, or middle, lower cost cards. Um, I have plenty of stuff that I'm willing to let go if you guys wanted to do something like that. But if not, I am completely fine with that. I just what I want to talk about tonight is prices. And actually, Cardboard Carolina, those of you that don't know, or if you didn't read the post or whatever, he's LJ in our group, and he offered a good price on 2020 Score Football over in the Facebook group. And I read his post, and I wasn't against his price at all. Um, uh, Southpaw, give me 1 minute. Give me a little bit, and I'll go back over questions and everything. I'll let you guys know Mrs. Bobbles is actually watching a show, and then she's gonna be jumping in the shower and everything, so she's probably not gonna participate in chat tonight. So bear with me, guys. I will get to your questions and everything. Um, but anyway, like I was saying, I read LJ or Cardboard Carolina's post in the group where he was offering people a discount on 2020 Score Football. Um, and it got me thinking when he said Blowout had them for 250 a box. Now, we all know Score is like the Don Russ, or it's the first product for basically for football in the NFL uniforms. And I don't even think the rookies are in their NFL uniforms in those for the most part. And I was like, $250 for Score. What is Prism going to be? Or what is Optic going to be? I mean, I just got Optic, I don't know, 6 months ago or so, 5 months ago. And I think I only paid like $149 for a hobby box of Optic. And now 2020 Score is going to be $250 out the gate. It was like, how is this possible? And how are people going to continue to tell themselves that Score football is worth $250 a box, or Prism is going to be, probably, if I had to guess, if Score's 250, I'm going to guess Prism's going to be 600 for a hobby box. Um yeah, and that's just speculation. I don't know prices on it, but if Score's 250, Prism's going to be expensive. Optic's going to be expensive. Contenders is going to be expensive. And this is for football. And so um, I went on Blowout's website and I started looking at pre-orders. I looked at Chronicles basketball. A hobby box of Chronicles basketball is at $600 right now. I can remember even like I think February, Chronicles was all over Target, all over Walmart. People didn't want it. You know, it was a cool product because there was a lot of rookies. Um so, it got a little bit more popularity, but I noticed when it started flying off the shelves is when it was the only option left, you know. And now, and I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to pull this up over here. I have it up. Here's pre-orders, guys. And I want to go through this with you. And I have David Adams up as well. But, right here, as LJ said, or Cardboard Carolina, $250 on Score. You got Diamond Kings baseball, which, that's understandable. The Panini baseball products normally are less. Look at this, guys. Diamond Icons, 24.50. 24.50. If I'm not mistaken, and somebody could correct me, I'm pretty sure Diamond Icons in the past was like 1,500, I think, for a hobby box. Um, you know, right here, National Treasures. You could buy a car for 4 boxes. I mean, 17.5. You could go out and buy a nice car, low miles used car, a nice car for 17.5. Now, you're probably going to be financing for 5 years, with an interest rate. 4 boxes, $17,500. What the hell? I mean, let's see. Museum, it 275. That, the baseball, I haven't seen a whole lot of inflation yet, but pro debut. I mean, $100 for pro debut. That's always been a low end product, a fun product for the minor league players, but let's see. Let me keep going through this. Stadium Club 125, that's probably about regular for a hobby. I think they used to be 100, 110. But I mean, this is the kind of stuff, if we want a product, we might have to go with Big League, or, or we're going to be paying massive prices now. I mean, let's see. Clearly Authentic. This is normally like, correct me if I'm wrong. Clearly Authentic used to be 50 a box, right? I'm pretty sure Clearly Authentic was $20 or $50 a box. Sorry. Let's see. What is this shit? Does anybody know what this is? We're now having Chronicles draft picks. I mean, they started Prism draft picks in basketball this year to make another product. Then they went with, what was it? What was that? Select, Hybrid, and now they're going with Prism or Panini Chronicles draft picks. $250 for some guys in a collegiate uniform. Why? We all know the collegiate uniforms don't sell that great. and 250 on a hobby box. I can tell you guys, this is higher than Series 1. This is higher than Series 1. 250 a jumbo box. I mean, these prices are already higher than when Series 1 came out on the shelf. And this is only June. This has still got 22 days till it's left. Spectra, out of stock. I wonder where it went. And God knows what the price is on that. I don't even want to know. Obsidian, out of stock. You can't. You can't even buy it. Even if you wanted to. Let's see. Here it is, right here. Chronicles basketball. $600 a box. $600 a box, guys, for Chronicles Hobby. And look at this. Topps Complete Sets, $70. They're even up. Here's the reason I wanted to talk about this and why it concerns me a lot. It bothers me a lot because I don't know about you guys. I don't mind buying retail. I don't mind buying retail. And I haven't been to many stores since February, March time when coronavirus hit and everything else. But I can tell you, just my local Walmart and my local Target, they haven't had any product in months. And I've noticed very recently the shelving space is diminished. It's like virtually gone. Like before, there was a large amount of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, but we still had a decent section for sports cards. And in fact, at Target, we actually had cards back in toys as well. So if it wasn't up at the front where the registers were, there was a small space back in toys that they kept cards back there too. Well, here in the last 2 to 3 weeks, that space is like a quarter of the size that it used to be. The Target, they shrunk the space and they took everything that was back in toys, and that is what they stocked up there. They have not even put anything to the front. Like, as far as new stock, they took the stuff from toys and put it up front. That's all the stock they've had. I'm going to tell you personally, and I'm not going to get into any names of who these people are, just in case, I know my town has several people that go and buy product and flip it. I have personally spoken with the vendors that stock the stores, and I can tell you, a lot of these people that are out there flipping cards, they harass the vendors. They will harass them because what people don't understand is when the vendor gets there, they have the product in boxes. They have to put everything on the shelf. First, they have to straighten all the shelves from all the madness of people just throwing shit everywhere. So they have to straighten everything that's there and that has been destroyed to begin with. Then they have to go through the boxes. Once they go through the boxes, they don't know what product they have in there. So they have to find out what new releases there are, what old product there is, what restock they have, and they have to stock the shelves. Once they're done all of that, then they have to take photos to send to their company. So just because you get there and the boxes are there on a cart, they're not allowed to just say, take what you want. Because they have to photograph once they're done stocking them shelves. And these resellers, I have heard it from the vendors themselves. These resellers go in these stores and they harassing these vendors. They will even follow them to their next location. And I truly believe it's gotten so bad that a lot of these stores have said, screw this. The vendors have complained enough about the harassment. They've complained enough about the products that are being opened and returned to stores after they've been searched. Walmart and Target don't own, they don't have any say-so over the cards. There's two companies that lease out those shelves. So Walmart will take the packs back. The companies, I think it's Excel and I can't remember the other one, but there's another company. They're the ones that pay for this. They lease the shelving space from Target, from Walmart, because it got so bad before when Target and Walmart was dealing with it. They ended up leasing out the space and having vendors come in and handle it. Well, now the vendors are getting fed up with being harassed, being followed, the shelves just looking like complete shit, the products being searched and returned. I think they're giving up. Not to mention the prices on stuff is just going crazy. And I can really see, if this continues, the hobby prices are outrageous. If you want Chronicles, it's $600. You're not going to find it in the store unless you're lucky. And the stores are starting to diminish the supply. Because why would they deal with it? I mean, it's wrong. And I see this pushing a lot of people out of even wanting to collect cards. And it's sad. It's very sad. I mean, look at this here, guys. Look at this here. Let me go to their homepage. $60 for a Mosaic hanger box. $60, right? I have not seen Mosaic, but I'm assuming these hanger boxes are the same price as Prism was, which I believe was $18.98 at Walmart. So a 3x increase. Oh, and let me mind you, this is a special price. $60 is a special price for a $18.95 box. I don't know what the hell is so special about $59.95. And I'm going to tell you why I don't know why it's so special. Let's go over here, okay? Let's look up 2018 Mosaic Luka Doncic. And I'm going to click back over here. And we're going to go to 2019. Okay. Right here in 2019, you could pick up the Luka Mosaic Rookie for $180. PSA 10. 180 graded in December. Well, now that same card is $520. You might ask why. Nobody has historically ever liked Mosaic. It was a bottom end, basically Prism wannabe product. In fact, it even said Prism on the card. I noticed Panini took Prism off the card this year. You know, it doesn't say Prism Mosaic anymore. It says Mosaic. So you ask, okay, Luka got hot. The card went up, right? You could argue that. But let's go look at 2019 Mosaic Zion. Okay, and where's one at? Let's see. Right here. Same card. Raw. 350. 350 bucks raw on a product that was never sought after. 3 times as a special price on a hanger box on a product that was never sought after. Why is it sought after? Why is it sought after? It's because everybody missed out on Prism. People missed out on Optic. Hobby prices are through the roof. So the only thing people can gravitate to is retail. So Panini put Mosaic in retail. Well, guess what? You got probably twice at least the amount of people now trying to, I'm new to cards. I want a piece of the pie. I hear sports cards are selling for a lot of money. I can make X amount of dollars right off the shelf. I don't even have to open the product. I can go throw it in my cart, go to self-checkout, go home, put it on eBay, and I make a profit. So why is Mosaic popular? Because we have people that could give 2 shits about opening the product and pulling the cards. We have people, basically, like example, my job. When we get parts, we order the parts from a supplier who orders the parts from someone else, who usually orders the parts from someone else, right? So every time there's a middleman, there's a markup. We have people now that are pretending to be vendors. They're pretending to be distributors. They're pretending to be the Walmart eBay. Because why not? Panini makes the product, they charge a price. The distributor has to pay a price. They send that to the vendor. Then the vendor has to pay Walmart for the shelf space. So then the final product we can buy for $20 for a blaster, $18 for a hanger, $10 for a cello. But then you got Joe Schmo coming in and just taking it all, throwing it on eBay, marking it up 3 times the price. So then hobby shops are saying, well, hey, we want a piece of that too. So they're like, hell, hobby boxes are worth $600 if a blaster is $100. I'm just saying. It's got to stop or people are going to stop. I have not even looked for Mosaic because I know it has historically never been sought after, and this year has just gotten so crazy. That's what's driven this price. Do the cards look cool? Yes. But go on YouTube and look at how many people that have opened it and complained. We complained about Prism quality. We complained about optic quality. Go on and look at YouTube of people that are opening Mosaic and hearing the horror stories of... I seen a box the guy opened. The front of the card and the back of the card didn't even match. And this was like not just one card. It was a slew of them. It's crazy. And it just makes no sense. Because card, it's a false inflation. It's a false inflation. These prices should not be where they're at. We discussed this with buying older players. It's a false inflation. The fact is, everybody talks about pops, right? Oh, this card's worth so much because it's a low pop card, right? Or we talk about print runs. We talk about print runs. Oh, this card should be more because it's, the print run's lower. How much print run do you think they made in products this year? I can probably guarantee. Now, I have heard that Mosaic, they cut the run because of COVID, but people are still finding it. And I can tell you now, Prism and Optic, after like the first two stocks, you hardly seen it in the stores. Mosaic has now been out for a good bit, and people are still finding it. So I don't know if I believe that they cut the print run. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Amari, I think there's too many investors that don't know nothing about actually investing. They're seeing a quick dollar. I'll tell you something else. I'll tell you something else. Remember, I spoke on Project 2020, right? I spoke on Topps Project 2020, and I spoke about how so many people, if they continue to see that you could buy a $20 card and get it and flip it for $100, $200, that too many people were going to be doing it. You can argue that it was attracted by the art market, this, that, and the other. Look at the Griffey when it hit 99,000 print or whatever. That was a direct result of people saying, okay, I want a quick dollar. What happened to the cards? They've dropped. And people are going to blame, oh, Gary Vee didn't do the video, so prices went down. Or I haven't watched the video, but I heard Sports Card Investor said something about them or whatever, and it caused the prices to go down. We cannot blame Gary Vee. We cannot blame Sports Card Investor. We are the people who are buying the cards and collecting the cards. We can't depend on what somebody is telling us to buy. I could sit here and tell you guys to go buy Garbage Pail Kids, but if you did it, that's your choice. But why would you really listen to me if you didn't want Garbage Pail Kids? I mean, why can't we just make decisions as far as enjoying the products on our own? Why does it have to be blamed on other people? That's one reason I don't really discuss in what to buy or who to invest in or anything like that. Because I don't want you guys to make decisions based on my opinion. Because I could be wrong. I could be right, but I could be wrong. And the hobby is about having fun and enjoying it. And it's became too much of looked at as just a quick buck. The reason I grade cards, is because it does increase the value. And collectors are looking for the card graded now. There are some people that still enjoy just the raw card, and that's awesome. But I would rather take the investment, and plus it adds another bonus. I mean, I can't open packs right now. I might as well try to see if I can get 10s, right? But do I simply buy cards to think of how much I'm making off of it? No. I have boxes of cards behind me. I have probably actually card currency has seen my box of Prism and Optic rookies that I have sitting behind me. I could have threw them up and I could make money on them. I could have sold the boxes, but I didn't. I enjoy collecting cards. I sell cards to buy cards. I don't just sell cards to pay my rent or to pay my car payment. I sell cards to buy cards. I sell cards to grade cards. I sell cards to add to my PC. I sell cards to buy bobbleheads. But it's like a quick buck. And it's got to get back to the roots. I'm going to tell you, I watched Card Guns and Collectibles this morning. And me and that man have a lot of similarity. I mean, he's been buying the hell out of the older guys because they're proven, and they're undervalued. They're underappreciated. I don't know what's going on throughout the chat right now. I'm sorry, I'm in a zone talking. But yeah, I used an example, okay? You guys know I'm a Lamar Jackson fan. I'm a Ravens fan. But I got to thinking about it. I recently picked up and I haven't told you guys yet, but I'll go ahead and tell you right now. I recently picked up a Brady rookie, and I paid $312 for it, and it's graded. It's a 9. And then I thought about it, and I was like, wait a second. Brady's a 6-time Super Bowl champion. His rookie is 20 years old. He has almost every accolade you could think of. And I paid $312 for his rookie card. People say pop reports push prices. This card doesn't have a high pop. And then I was like, wait, Lamar's rookie is over $300. He's played 2 years. There was Prism base rookies everywhere. I can go on eBay and buy them raw. I can go on eBay, buy them graded. They were everywhere. How is a second-year player the same price as a 20-year-old, 20-year vet who's won 6 Super Bowls? Now, I don't even like Brady, but that makes no damn sense to me. And then you look at Mahomes' prices. Granted, the kid is great. He's got an MVP. He's already won a Super Bowl. And I was thinking, you know what the problem is today? People aren't buying for what players have done. They're spending money on what players possibly could do. LeBron James was 18 years old, came to the NBA, hyped out of the ass, high school games on ESPN. I just bought, 17 years later, his rookie card for $200, graded. $200 for an 18-year-old kid that has accomplished everything that he promised, pretty much. And he was hyped. And he is proven. We're all buying into speculation. Zion. Kid might not play anymore after this year. I mean, he could get hurt. Who knows? Ja. Who knows? Mahomes. He had the MVP year in the Super Bowl. That might be all he gets. Lamar got an MVP. That might be all he gets. We're buying the what if. The market prices are being bought up and scrambled for because of the what if. But there's legends out there that were that guy. They did do that thing. They were that successful. They have lower pop runs, lower print runs. But we're not investing the money into those guys. That makes no sense. Makes no sense. I mean, you could, you can spend your money on a guy that may never hit the Hall of Fame, may never win a championship, may never win an MVP, may never win a scoring title, may never win nothing. Or we could look back at these players that were legends. It's like we're all trying to be Nostradamus and we're trying to predict the future. And next year, it'll be somebody else. That'll be the next big thing. I mean, think about it. How many times do we hear, oh, so-and-so is going to be the next Jordan? And then Kobe came along, and he was damn close. And then LeBron came along. It was always this speculation. And now we're searching for the next LeBron. We're not even searching for the next Jordan anymore. We're searching for the next LeBron. We know LeBron's at the end of his career. So we're searching for the next LeBron. And that's pushing these crazy prices. And people know it. They know if they go to Walmart and buy everything, someone will buy it. Someone will pay $60 for a hanger box because they can't find it anywhere else. I mean, truthfully, with as much gas as my car takes and driving around, if I wanted to go look for stuff, this is probably a good deal. But I ain't paying for it. I ain't paying that. And I'll continue to enjoy cards. I'll continue to collect cards. But if things don't change, I will stick to only buying singles. And stick to only buying people I want. And that's very unfortunate because me and my wife actually really love opening packs together. But I spoke to Cardboard Carolina before I got on. And I told him, I'll go to strictly hockey. Because I'll show you guys. This is a brand new release. Brand new release. One of the top end products for hockey. Awesome cards. You get the Future Watch autos. You can get the RPAs. Highly collected cards. Hockey has a huge fan base. They are an international sport. $130 a box. 2 autos per box. I'll go strictly hockey. And I'll buy singles I want. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Look at this, guys. Look at this. SP Authentic. This is 1819. This is a year old. Less than 3 boxes of Panini Chronicles I can buy a whole case for less than 3 boxes of Chronicles. You know, that's crazy to me. It's very, very crazy to me. But it's what we're dealing with. And I'm just, I wanted to talk about it with you guys because, yeah, soccer's big too. Soccer is big too. But I just wanted to warn you guys, and Cardboard Carolina's post made me really think about it, and I wanted to get on and look at some prices and share. Because guys, this isn't ending until there's two things that's going to happen. The flippers are going to stay, and they're going to keep buying the product. And prices are going to keep going up. And stores are going to either never have anything, or they're just going to get rid of retail cards altogether. That's one option. The other option is going to be some new shiny toy will come out that flippers want a piece of. If they can't continue selling the boxes like they are, they're going to jump to a new shiny toy. But the manufacturers are going to continue trying to meet this demand, and they're going to print the hell out of these products. They're going to keep making new products. They're going to print more product. Those flippers are going to jump to something else. And then there's going to be so much product out there that we will be in a junk wax because nobody's going to want it all. And that's just the truth of it. Something has to give. If people want to go buy the whole Walmart out and open it, hey, that's awesome. I support that 100%. But if you want to go buy the whole Walmart and put it on eBay, you're just causing a big problem. And I don't like that. Anyway, some people will probably disagree with my opinions on this. But when I seen $250 a box for Score football, it really shocked me because I can go buy 2019 Score all over the place. Nobody wants Score. And I know this rookie class is great. There's a lot of potential there, but it's not $250. So, and step back, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I think the next LeBron is Giannis. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I think Giannis is the most talented in the future of the NBA. Luka is great, but everybody needs to pay attention. That boy hurt his ankle a few times this year. I don't know if y'all have ever had sprained ankles multiple times, but as the ligaments in that ankle and the tendons in that ankle, that could cause him a serious injury, which would require surgery and potentially ruin his career. So, keep an eye on Luka. These people paying $3,000 for his silvers and stuff, it's a risky buy because he has amazing talent. But if he keeps busting that ankle up, he's not going to have a very long and successful career. So just remember that. And yes, guys, I don't mind that if y'all are combative. Like, when I say combative, like, you're allowed your own opinions in here. Just don't be getting rude. Don't be getting nasty. That sort of thing. So, we do appreciate the different opinions. We do appreciate the different views of everyone. But, We want to keep everything polite and everything. Giannis does not make his teammates better? Really? So he didn't make him any better? Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. That's why I just pulled him up. You cannot say Giannis doesn't make his teammate better. And Kalamazoo, you know, let me ask you this. Actually, Kalamazoo, I'll give you a perfect example. I'll give you a perfect example. If they're broke, they shouldn't be going and buying out the Walmart in the first place. Because if they're broke and buying sports cards to pay their bills, then they've got their priorities off anyway. Um, they wouldn't be going and buying out Walmart, or they shouldn't be going and buying out Walmart if they haven't paid their bills. Um, I'll tell you guys, I have never resold an unopened box of product, but I almost did. And I've told some of you the story of 2017 Bowman Mega Boxes. I found some. I bought them. I had planned to open 3 of them and was going to sell 6. Well, on my second box, I hit a card that I sold for $3,500. That was the end of that. I opened all of them. Um, that's why you always open. I mean, that's why you open. You enjoy the hobby. And I've never, since then, we've, it's just like the last batch of optic we got in. I had discussed with my wife. I was like, man, the prices are crazy. Should we flip them? Nope. We opened them. Pulled a jaw checkerboard and a Luca checkerboard. Always open. The hobby will reward you. You may not win every time, but the hobby will reward you. But spending 300 on a $20 product isn't, you know, that's that's not smart. Um, and if you want to get $300, then spend the $20, open the box, and hit a $300 card. I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, Amari, but are you selling them? Are you selling them at this current moment? Because I'll tell you guys, there's a difference in flipping and holding product. Like, I think I would love to be someone that had an unopened box of 2011 Topps Update right now. I would love to be that guy. I'll admit I'd open it, but I would love to be able to have the restraint of not opening a product. Um, that's one reason I could never be a flipper. That's one reason I wouldn't. I personally don't think I could ever be a breaker. I would be cracking every case that came in here because we love opening cards. We love opening cards. We love collecting cards. We love that excitement of hitting the cards. Um, I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's one of those things. It's an excitement. Um, I'm trying to find something real quick. I should be on eBay, or not eBay, but dang it, where did it go? I can't find it now. Anyway, ask ask Mrs. Bobbles what it's like to pull a Fernando Tatis numbered out of 5 from Topps Chrome. Cause we ripped it. Ask her the excitedness, not only because she knew it was a good card, but she didn't know how good until she seen my face. Oh, that's awesome, Caleb. Hey guys, I didn't even realize someone from YouTube bought it. That's awesome. Thank you, man. And there's confirmation, guys. If you buy or whatever from us, you can ask him. I actually double bubble mailer all my cards when I ship them out. Um, the slabs are sturdy, but I know the post office can kind of get reckless sometimes. So I put them in a tight bubble mailer, and then I put them in another bubble mailer, and I try to get everything out. If you buy before I go to bed, it normally is printed. The label's printed that night, and then she will drop it in the mailbox the next day. If you buy after I go to bed, then I print the label the next day, and then it would go out the following day. But thanks, Caleb, man. I appreciate that. And yes, SGC is awesome. I've told you guys, if you haven't held the card in your hand in an SGC slab with that black border and everything, you just don't know really how well it looks. How the hell are Nintendo Switches being flipped? Them things are old. What's up, Connor? You're late. You're normally the first one. You know what? I might have to get some, like, I don't know. I might have to get some foil bubble mailers just so I can package cards up and reopen them and be surprised what was in them. And card, I'll tell you this right now. I will never own a Tesla. I like hearing my car purr. You're alright, Connor. I'm just messing with you. Oh, you're good, Southpaw. I cannot do crossovers. I'm gonna tell you why I can't do crossovers. I've actually had a couple people ask me, When you do a crossover, you have to request, they demand you put the minimum grade. Okay? It would get too confusing if I had multiple people sending crossovers and one person say I want a minimum 8, one says I want a minimum 9.5, one says I want a minimum 10, one says I want to, that would get way too confusing. And even if I like put sticky notes or something like that on it, if one fell off, it could screw everybody up. And like, say somebody said I want a minimum 8 and it fell off, but somebody else wanted a 9 and theirs ended up getting an 8. It would cause me a lot of problems, and I think it would be way too confusing. So I'm going to exclude crossovers from being in the group sub. Scan reveal or physical. Have you ever seen the scans? The scans are actually we're gonna go with physical, and I'm gonna show you why. Let me pull one up real quick. Right here, let me take my camera off. Okay, when they do this, it's kind of just the scans. I don't use the scans for my personal use. I asked them if they could just skip the process. They said no, because it's part of the pop report thing that they're using. But if you look at this, it's like, I mean, you got 2 fronts here, a back, 2 fronts, a front, a back. It's just a jumbled mess, and it'd be kind of hard to figure out. It says grade on top of scan before it loads with spoiler reveal. Yeah, I just want to go ahead and do the live reveal. That way, everybody can see what everybody sent. I'm gonna do the preview, and then we'll do the reveal when we get them back. A lot of people like the images, and it's a cool concept. I'll be honest, I don't use them. I like putting my own photos on eBay, or posting on Instagram or whatever. Really, all this does is allow you to show the card off early. But it's kind of, it gets confusing in here, the way they do it. And sometimes there's even, let me see if I can find one. Sometimes they'll print, it's like the scanner messes up or something, and they keep the file. I have one that's just like a part of the label. Like, it doesn't even show the card or nothing. I don't know where it's at now. I think it was actually in my first order. Rock, that is a good question. And I want to tell you guys one reason. Actually, I need to ask one of them one day why they do this way. One reason I said that we were going to do the spreadsheet, so everybody knew where their cards were, and y'all could see that nobody's cards were jumbled up or together or whatever, and why I showed you. See, this here is much more cleaner. When you go to this part where it shows all the grades, this is set up right. Um, One thing I don't understand, the serial numbers aren't in sequential order. And I don't know why they don't do that. I don't know if it's a set thing or it's probably something that makes sense if they were to tell me, but they don't put the serial numbers aren't in sequential order. So that's one reason that we are going to make sure that everybody has the file, the spreadsheet, so you can see where your cards are. Your names will be on there. And then when we get this part, this is actually in order. It's in reverse order of how we do the spreadsheet. So that way everybody can see what grades they got. I don't know why the serial numbers aren't in order, though. I've wondered that. Step back. I was given specific instructions on how to go about doing the 10-day bulk. So I'm going to say as long as I follow the instructions, we should be good. And that's why I also said when I gave details about it that I wanted to make this one kind of small. And let's just give it a test run. Let's see how they do. But I will say I was given specific instructions. Man, do y'all see this mess? I got a $14 discount. Nah, I'm just playing. That ain't right. $2,100. Phew. That wouldn't be right anyway, because that was only 110 cards. I don't know what they did there. Oh, and by the way, look, it still doesn't say graded. So our second order was a live reveal. Our first one wasn't. Shuey, if I can come up with a way to do it, and if the 10-day goes smooth, then I will open up to a 20-day. I just have to find a way to make it to where it's beneficial for you guys. Kalamazoo, I get no kickbacks, brother. I'm telling you now, I get no kickbacks. Mike, the declared value is, and I've heard two different sides to this story, okay? I'm going to tell you how I do it because I know why they ask for it. I do the declared value as what the value of the card would be graded, because they use that declared value for insurance on shipping the cards back. Right, step back. Um, I'll message you, Mike, and we can discuss it. You messaged me, I believe, on Instagram, Mike. Have I ever been upcharged? I actually haven't sent anything that's like very expensive. I mean, like the let me take this off real quick. Like these are probably the more expensive cards I've sent. Um, and I mean, like this was only probably $200 when I sent it, and it just kind of increased recently. Um, so I've never really sent anything, you know, like I've never sent $1,000 card to them or anything. So they really had no need to upcharge me. I don't I send base cards, base rookies. So I don't have $1,000 cards to send them. I really wish they did autograph verification because I would like to send that custom Robles, but they don't do it. No, I've never sent them anything to even give them a reason to upcharge me. Honestly, I don't even think we own $1,000 card. The LeBron is close. Yeah, the LeBron's probably the closest card, unless I'm forgetting something. But I don't even think we have any that are $1,000. Yes, Chewy, mine's stuck at processing too. Um, I'm hoping with the additional people and everything, it's gonna be picking back up. Step back, was it the postal thing? Did your cards arrive there and then say ready for pickup? I'll probably see at a show or something if somebody could authenticate it or something. I'd have to figure out how I would do that. But all right, guys. I'm sorry, for talking about the prices and everything tonight with boxes, but I feel it's a topic that really needs to be discussed more because it's sad. Um, and it's scary because I don't know where things are gonna go. Um, so please, I just wanted to get that information out there and let people know what prices we're starting to be at. Um, Now that more people's in here, I asked this earlier. Um, would you guys be interested if, like, say I put that up and did like a 10 spot, so much per spot, top spot gets this type deal? I was just, I can't do breaks because I can't afford to get enough cases to do anything like that, and I thought maybe something like that would be fun. That's exactly why I wanted to bring it up, Omari. It's scary, um, because I think a lot of people are going to get tired of it, and we can't go to the hobby shop. There's cards. What's up, man? Okay. No, what he was saying is me make like repacked products. Cards, I was talking about prices on products right now in today's market. I know you just got on. Um, and just how the hobby's gone a little bit crazy. That's crazy. Step back. You made a good sale there because I don't think it would sell for that today, even though he's World Series MVP. Um, all right, I might come up with something because like these are an example of things that I have definitely on the upper end that that I could let go of. Like, I mean, if people were interested. And then obviously I have a ton back there that's not, you know, as much. So we might think of something. I'll talk to a few of you. A live auction, Central Valley. 30 to 40. Man. Well, I guess if I did that, then yeah, I'll think of I'll have to give it some more thought, guys. But anyway, I'm gonna have to jump off of here. Um, I do apologize, guys. We're almost to the weekend. Oh, also one more thing before I go. Would you guys enjoy if I maybe connected with and did like live Zoom meetings or chats or something with some people? Cards, man. You are funny, bro. But I appreciate you asking. I do appreciate you asking. I'm thinking about trying to connect with a few people and maybe that way y'all aren't only hearing me and some of you guys that some of you or maybe even people that don't come in here but I could possibly connect with. Um, okay, all right. I will figure something out. I actually have somebody that has been in here watching the videos. Um, and he's chatted a few times. Um, live with Filmington. I don't have that kind of. I don't have that kind of play. I'm not saying it's gonna be anybody big, guys. Actually, what I was looking more for is some people that I feel actually have some really good content, and they don't have the biggest channel, but they do have good content. Um, and not only would it help them out, but they potentially could give a different view of something than I have, and to help everybody out. Um, you know, I don't even know. He's talked to me a couple times, and I know he's gotten in the chat a couple times. I don't know if he would be interested. Um, PSA collector. Uh, I actually messaged him on Reddit, and he didn't respond. So Um, but I will work on something, guys. Um, I just wanted to know if you guys would appreciate that or enjoy that. So I will definitely work on that. There's actually somebody that I really wish I could get, but I have not heard back yet. If I do, I think it would be amazing. Um, but I cannot spill any news because it's probably not going to happen. But I'm trying. Um, Kalamazoo, I think we had 56 one night. Connor, how did you know, man? Connor called it. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if it'll happen, but I have tried. Cards. I'll be honest with you guys. Um, Mrs. Bobble told me I should reach out to Peter before he ever did the video with Cardboard Chronicles. She literally told me like a week and a half before he did that, you should hit Peter up and see if he would do an interview. And I was like, nah, he probably don't have time for that. And then we seen it on Cardboard Chronicles. Well, I don't want to be like everybody else, and I don't want to bother him. Um, so that's why I never asked. Um, but she did tell me, and I didn't think that he would be up for it. So that's my mistake. She did have a great idea. I dropped the ball on that one. Um, but there's a lot of you guys. Maybe we could sit there and do like a little group thing. I gotta figure out how all of it works first. But maybe we could get like several people to even from the chat and just talk, and then maybe we can work on some other outside people that aren't in the room or whatever. And I think it would be fun. Um, how about Joe Orlando? Uh, let's see. Maybe we could try. No, I wouldn't contact him. I wouldn't take the time. But I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. We'll definitely try to get. I don't know how regularly it'll be. I have to figure out how it all works. If anybody's ever used it or that StreamYard or anything else, and y'all have time, maybe this weekend, hit me up. I know Natsman had said something, and if I can figure it all out, then maybe we can do a joint thing on there with him. Um, Cards, bro, we got to get you in one. A lot of you guys, but anyway, I wanted to ask, see how that, if you guys would like that, and we'll see what we can do. Um, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here because I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired. But these prices things were on my mind all day, so I went ahead and got on. Um, so anyway, guys, I do appreciate it. Um, we got the weekend coming up, and we always have fun on the weekend. So let's get through tomorrow. Let's have this weekend. Let's have some fun. I'll have to figure out some things, Kenneth. Thanks for recommending that. I'll have to see how it all works, man. I gotta figure out. I've never done video chat like in a group session type of thing, so I'll have to figure out how it works and how I can do it with the stream and all that stuff. Um, yes, Namanja, you can post in the group for sale. Just make sure it's in the for sale part. Anybody, if y'all have something that you would like to sell or trade or whatever, please feel free. Just make sure that if you make a sale that you hold to the sale. That's all we ask. That's why we made the group, to let everybody connect and have have a little community there. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off. Um, but Nats man, bro, I hope your mom's doing okay. I I told everybody send prayers up last night. I hope she's doing good, man. I'm glad to see you on here. Um, but anyway, guys, I got to get off so I can get some rest and get through Friday. But you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video, I'm out.